Welcome from all of us at He Is Risen Ministries. Your support by subscribing and giving a thumbs up helps us keep creating videos that inspire and equip those seeking a deeper walk with the Lord today. I want to return again to one of the greatest wonders God has ever placed before us, the mystery of resurrection. It's a topic that both comforts us and stretches our minds. And the more we look into it, the more we see that God has been whispering the truth of resurrection into creation itself from the very beginning. Paul speaks to this in 1 Corinthians 15:35-39, where he writes, "But someone will ask, how are the dead raised? With what kind of body do they come? You foolish person, what you sow does not come to life unless it dies. And what you sow is not the body that is to be, but a bare kernel, perhaps of wheat or of some other grain. But God gives it a body, as He has chosen, and to each kind of seed its own body. For not all flesh is the same, but there is one kind for humans, another for animals, another for birds, and another for fish." Isn't that something? 2,000 years ago, Paul used the simplest example, seeds, flesh, and even the stars, to hint at an incredibly complex truth that God has placed within every living thing an informational system, a pre-installed, God-designed blueprint that determines what each thing becomes. Humanity wouldn't discover the depth of this blueprint until February 28, 1953, when James Watson and Francis Crick uncovered the double helix structure of DNA some 1900 years after Scripture had already pointed us in this direction. Think about that. Long before microscopes, long before genetics, long before laboratories, God had woven an unimaginably detailed information code into every single living thing, from the smallest flower to the tallest tree, from the most delicate bird to you and me. And that information is specific, it's intentional, it's ordered with precision that puts even our most advanced computer systems to shame. A seed from a maple tree will never produce a mighty redwood. A kernel of corn will never sprout into a rose bush. A grape seed will not give birth to an oak, no matter where you plant them, no matter how much sunlight or rain they get, no matter the soil, the climate, or the season. Each one can only become what God has written into it. Inside the tiniest seed is an entire future, encoded, protected, and waiting. You can hold a seed between your fingers and not see anything special. It might even look dead, dry, lifeless. But within it, God has placed a complete operating system, an entire instruction manual that tells that seed exactly how tall to grow, what shape its leaves will take, how deep its roots will reach, and even how the colors of its flowers will unfold. The same is true in animals. The same is true in us. An immense library of God-authored information rests inside every cell of every living thing. And then there are creatures like the caterpillar. This one might be the most astonishing example in all of nature. A caterpillar spends its early life crawling, eating, moving slowly across the ground, or inching along branches. Nothing about it hints at anything more. If you didn't know better, you'd think that this is all it will ever be. Just a little creature with tiny legs and a big appetite. But then the moment comes, God's moment. The caterpillar enters a cocoon, and in that hidden place something miraculous happens. It doesn't simply grow wings, it quite literally dissolves into a kind of biological soup. Almost every part of it breaks down, and yet out of that seeming destruction emerges something completely new, a butterfly. A creature with beauty, grace, and abilities the caterpillar could never have imagined on its own. But here's the key. The information to become that butterfly was always there. It was written into the creature from the beginning. It just wasn't activated until the appointed time when God said, "Now." Isn't that an echo of resurrection? We look at our lives now and think, this is it. This is all I am. We know our weaknesses. We feel our limitations. Our bodies grow weary. Time pulls at us. We endure seasons where we feel like we are falling apart. But hidden within every believer is God's promise, His blueprint for something more, something glorified, something eternal, something that eye has not seen and ear has not heard. The same God who placed the caterpillar's transformation inside its tiny frame is the God who placed within you the promise of resurrection, a new body, a new life, a future that is already written, waiting for the moment He calls it forth. We sometimes think God keeps his mysteries far away, tucked into the unreachable corners of heaven, but in reality he has left his fingerprints everywhere, in seeds, in stars, in DNA, in butterflies, in the very processes of life and death and transformation, and all of them whisper the same thing: what God begins, he completes. What God plants, he raises. What God designs, he will bring to fullness. If you ever doubt that God is near, or that he cares, or that he has a plan for you, look at the world he made. Look at how consistent and faithful his patterns are. Look at how carefully he designed every living thing. Look at how much intention he poured into creation. You are not an exception. You are the highlight. Maybe you've had moments where life felt like that cocoon, a place of loss, stillness, or uncertainty. Maybe you feel like parts of you have fallen apart, or that your best days are behind you, or that you don't see any beauty or purpose in your future. But God is never finished with what he loves, and he has never stopped loving you. The resurrection is not only a future event, it's a promise that every dark season, every broken place, and every moment of waiting is held in the hands of a God who writes beauty out of ashes and life out of death. So today, let this truth give you peace. Let it lift your heart. Let it remind you that God's work in you is not over. Just as the caterpillar already carries the information for the butterfly, you carry God's promise for your resurrection. You carry the blueprint of eternity, and the one who wrote it will bring it to pass. Thank you for spending this time with us today, and thank you for being part of this community. Your presence means more than you know. Got a question you'd like us to explore in a future video? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And for now, rest in the peace and promise that the one who loved you first has already prepared a place for you in his eternal kingdom. Be blessed.